Hello everyone, in this video I want to talk about indefinite integral, what it is and how do we solve questions related to indefinite integral. Let us consider y equals to x squared plus 3. If I take the derivative with respect to x, dy over dx, I will get 2 move to the front and x 2 minus 1 is 1 and constant will become 0. So this is my dy dx. So integration is the reverse process of differentiation. Is reverse of differentiation. So what it is that from this derivative, my goal is to get back the original function. So how can I do that? So first, dy dx, I'm going to move to the right hand side, which is 2x dx. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to integrate. This symbol stands for integration. So instead you remove the power, now you are adding the power to the x. So make sure if this is x, this will be dx. If this is y, this is dy. So I'm going to go a little bit on that later on the dy part. So what you want to do is x to the power of 1, you want to plus 1 because this is to the power of 1. So 1 plus 1 and you divide by 1 plus 1, which is 2. And then what you're going to do is just plus c. The c stands for a constant. So at this side, you have 1 times dy. 1 I can rewrite as y to the power of 0. So y to the power of 0 is also 1. So 0 plus 1 is 1 over the power, which is 1. So you get y equals to 2 over 2 is cancel each other. X 1 plus 1 is square, x squared plus c. And you are done with the integration. But hey, you might say, hey, I get y equals to x squared plus c, but this is x squared plus 3. So in order to solve for your c, you have to substitute a coordinate on this graph. So let's say that you have the coordinate 1 plus 3, 1 and 4. So 1 and 4 is a point on this graph, y equals to x squared plus 3. So if I substitute 1, x equals to 1 and y equals to 4 into this equation, I can solve for my c. Let's do that. So y equals to 4, x equals to 1, y equals to 4. 4 equals to x squared, 1 squared plus c. So c equals to 4 minus 1, which is just 3. So my answer is going to be x squared plus 3. You get your original function. So the idea is integration is the reverse process of differentiation. So if I differentiate to get this, and my goal for integration is to reverse the process and get this back. So let's continue with some exercises. So let us consider to integrate this function for x squared plus 5x dx. So we will get the answer is for x 2 plus 1 is 3. So over 3 plus 5x 1 plus 1 is 2 over 2 plus c. And that is your answer. So if this is x, make sure this is dx. If this is y, make sure this is dy. So the next question is the integrate 3 over 2y squared. So what I can do is I rewrite as 3 over 2, and when I raise y to the numerator, it is going to become y. It is going to become y raised to the negative 2 power dy. And now it is going to be 3 over 2 y negative 2 plus 1, which is negative 1 over negative 1 plus c. So I now know that this is going to be negative everything, so negative 3 over 2. So y to the power of negative 1, I'm going to move to the denominator again to make it look so neat and beautiful. So that is your final answer. So for question number 3, you have dy dx equals to 2x plus 1 square. Find equation of y. So dy dx is going to equals to, expand this, you will get 4x squared plus 4x plus 1. And to find my y, I have to integrate this whole thing. So integrate 4x squared plus 4x plus 1 dx. So I will get 4x, 2 plus 1 is 3. So move to the denominator, 3 plus 4x squared over 2 plus, when you have a constant, just tag along x beside it. So you will have 1x plus c. So you are just going to end up with 4 over 3 x cubed. 4 over 2, you will get 2x squared plus x plus c. So that's your final answer. And for number 4, you have to integrate square root of 2x plus 1. So we can rewrite as 2x plus 1 to the power of 1 over 2 dx. Always make sure when you have this integral sign, you have to have dx, or you have to have dy if this is y. So what we can do next is, so we cannot expand this because it is raised to the 1 over 2 power. But what we can do is that, I'm going to show you, 2x plus 1. So 1 over 2, you just plus 1. So over 1 over 2 plus 1 is just 3 over 2. So 3 over 2. And then do not forget to differentiate the inside function, inside the parentheses. So 2x plus 1, you differentiate, you will get 2. So you have to multiply with 2. So 3 over 2 times 2. And don't forget to add c. So your final answer is going to equals 2x plus 1 raised to the 3 over 2 over 3 plus c. And that's your final answer. So one remark that you have to make sure is that this x inside the 1 over 2 must be raised to the power of 1. So you cannot use this method if it's not raised to the power of 1. Let's say 2x squared, so you cannot do it. So this method applies to question number 3 also. What you can do is that y equals to 2x plus 1. 2 plus 1 is 3 over 3 times 2x plus 1, differentiate, you get 2 plus c. So this is equals to this. So you can either do this one or you can do this one. It is totally fine. Okay. So the last question for today is question number 5. A curve has a gradient function, negative 3x squared minus 10x plus 22, and passes through the point to negative 30, and find the equation of the curve. So this question is from MRSM 2011. I got it from a book, from MRSM book that I was using when I was taking SPM. So enough that from me. So let's do this question. You have to identify what is gradient function, because this keyword is so important. Gradient function is dy dx. You have to know gradient function dy dx equals to negative 3x squared minus 10x plus 22. So from derivative function or from gradient function, I want to find the original function. I have to integrate. So if I want to find my y, if I want to find my original function, I have to integrate. So this is integral sign. If you guys are wondering what the heck is this, so I will get y equals to integral negative 3x squared minus 10x plus 22 dx. So now y equals to negative 3x, 2 plus 1 is 3 over 3 minus 10x squared over 2. And I hope by now you can integrate easily without me saying 1 plus 1, 2 plus 1. So if you have a constant, just tag along x. 22x plus c. Do not forget your c, because this is so important. So we are almost done, but I don't want this c. So how can I remove my c? You have to substitute this coordinate into this equation, which I'm going to be naming 1. So substitute 2 negative 30 into 1, and you will get negative 30 as your y. Negative 30, this is going to be x cubed, right? 2 raised to the third power is going to be 8, negative 8. So this is going to be 5, negative 5 times 2 squared plus 22 times 2 plus c. And then you will get your c will equals to, I'm not going to solve it, but you can go along and solve it on your own. C is equals to negative 46. Alright. So now the final step is you rewrite your equation y equals to negative x cubed minus 5x squared plus 22x minus 46. And you will get your answer. And I'm sorry for my poor handwriting, but you get the idea. So I think this is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy and subscribe. If it helps you, please share it with your friends, and thank you so much.